Shalawam, I'm your brother Yahawah from the branch of GMS, South Carolina Midlands. And before I start off, all praise, honor, and glory belongs to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, HaQadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well. And Shalawam to Yahawah Elect, scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you, I say Shalawam. The Lord is only dealing with Israel. All right. The God of the Bible, the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, through his only begotten Son, Yahawashi, is only dealing with one nation, and that is the nation of Israel. And that consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Hispanics of today. All right. From your respective tribe, from Judah on down to Issachar, from southern to northern kingdom. All right. And concerning the rest of the nations that the Lord created, which are the heathen nations, all right, starting with Esau, the so-called white man, the basis of men, the Lord's not dealing with them. All right, the Lord never been dealing with them. All right, the Lord wasn't dealing with the heathen nations back then, going back into the days of old. All right, hence why when King David was in rulership, all right, hence why when King Solomon was in rulership, we had these heathens. All right, when the house of David, okay, was in rulership, we had these heathens under subjection. All right, and that's going to be the same way in the kingdom of heaven, as the Lord is raising up the house of David once more, as we read in Amos, the 9th chapter, and I'll read that, Lord will. All right, but that's just one of many, all right, examples that the Lord is not dealing with these heathen nations. He's only dealing with Israel. All right, and I was just reading within our laws, all right, which these laws are so beautiful, all right, which these are the laws of life, how we are to conduct ourselves, how to truly live in the planet earth, how to rule the planet earth, keep everything, all right, in harmony and perfection like the Lord created it to be. That's been given unto us. All right, let me just get this precept real quick. Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, Yahawashi, and the law that endure forever, showing you that the law is never and was never done away with and never will be done away with. These laws will be implemented in the kingdom of heaven, and these are laws that we are to keep today to the best of our ability. All right, it says, all they that keep it shall come to life, for all you Israelites, which is the elect, okay, who serve in Yahawah to the best of your ability. All right, you put the fork with the pork down. All right, you stop getting lineups. Okay, brothers was in certain lifestyles. Gang culture. Murders, robbers, stealing. Scamming. Like these 2/3 are engulfed in today, and brothers repented and removed themselves from that, man, and came back into the laws of life. Okay, that's the elect, the ones who have repented and completely turned their lives around, repented in word and in action. Okay, but if you keep them, you come to life. The words that we speak unto you, they are spirit, and they are what? They are life. Okay, we teach the law, we prophesy unto you. Okay, it says, but such as leave it shall die. Okay, and that's the 2/3. All right, caught up in black culture. All right, caught up in the ways of the heathen, caught up in idolatry. All right, caught up in the ways of abomination. Those are ways of death, and the Lord will reward you according to your works. Okay, but the point being, all right, the law is never done away with. All right, these are the laws of life. And who are they given to? Who are they given unto? All right, it says, verse 2, turn thee, O Jacob. Jacob was synonymous with who? Israel. Our forefather Jacob, later named Israel, all right, who had the 12 patriarchs of our nation, all right, from Judah on down to Issachar, man. It says, and take hold of it, walk in the presence of the light thereof, being this truth, this word, that thou mayest be illuminated. Okay, and the elect is the true Illuminati, if you will. All right, we're the true bearers of the light. Okay, because the Lord only dealing with Israel, and furthermore the elect of the house of Israel. And it says, give not thine honor unto another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. So there's no need to try to teach the heathens. It's not meant for them to get the law and get the understanding of his word. It's only for the nation of Israel, and furthermore the elect, man. Romans 11:7. The election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Not all Israel got the truth. All right? But the point is, don't give, what's profitable unto us, being these laws, the word of the Lord, and try to teach a damn heathen, man. Like Genesis, the TGC ministries with Deacon Hakah and Hassad trying to bring in the heathens and any other Israelite camp for that matter, man. This is only for Israel, man. It says, O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing unto the Most High are made known unto us. Let me read it again. O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing unto the Most High are made known unto us. And bringing out a precept, man. Okay? The Lord, just it's so many precepts that shows you that the Lord only dealing with Israel, all right, that you cannot refute it. Even though wicked niggas try to teach otherwise, man. This is Psalms 147 and verse 19. He sheweth his word, all right, being his truth, his Bible. He revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets, which are Israelites, right? He sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. So dealing with the laws. Okay, this word and the laws, the commandments of Yahawashi is only being given unto Israel. Okay, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. And as we read, if you leave that, if you don't want to keep that, if you despise that, as it reads in 2 Esdras 9th chapter, with 2/3 they despise, they hate the word of the Lord, they hate his commandments, you will find death, as it read in Proverbs 4:1. All right, all those that keep it, the elect, to the best of their ability, shall find life. Okay? Because the blood of Mashiach is going to cover you, man. Okay? Well, your shortcomings and your falls, the blood of Mashiach going to cover you, man. Through your faith that you have in his sacrifice, man. It says, he have not dealt so with any nation. So the Lord ain't dealing with these heathen nations, man. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. And that's why you see these heathen nations doing all types of wickedness, man. All right? Don't have no type of moral compass, no structure. You got some heathen nations that keep, customs of Israel. Okay, how women are covered, with Ishmael, the so-called Arabs, for the most part. Okay, it's different things. All right, but they got that from Israel, and the Lord, really, gave those laws unto his people. And eventually in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to establish those laws in the kingdom of heaven, man. Everything's going to be in order. But I was just reading within this law, right? Reading within the law of the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 23. And it shows you the Lord deals with separation. The Lord deals with division. The Lord deals with his people, man. Leviticus 20:23. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation. Okay? The manners of the nation which I cast out before you. And who's that? All right, those Hamites that was in the Holy Land that we were going to inherit, the nation of Israel. Okay? We are not to walk in the ways of their customs, man. Okay? Because they were wicked, they were filthy. All right? It says, and ye shall not walk in the manner of the nation which I cast out before you, for they committed all these things, and therefore I abhor them. And guess what? When you get up in the law, you get about, Leviticus 20th chapter specifically, it gets into Leviticus 20:10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, and the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. So committing adultery, the heathens do that, okay, without no repercussions, no thought of judgment. Okay. What's another one? Just jumping down, verse 13. Okay, a big law that Esau pushes and promotes in this kingdom. And he goes against the laws of Yahawashi. Leviticus 20:13, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So these are the things that the Lord is telling us not to walk in the manner of the nation that he's going to cast out of the Holy Land, man. With those damn Hamites, those heathens, man. Okay? And it gets into more. Incest, bestiality. These are things that the heathens do, man. And the Lord is telling us not to do it. Leviticus 20:23. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nations, and of the nation which I cast out before you, for they committed all these things, and therefore I abhor them. All right? And the Lord detests them, as you see here in the NLT. It says, but I have said unto you, and ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey. That's how you know it's talk about the Holy Land, Israel, right? It says, I am the Lord Yahawah, your power. See, that is a separation, man. I am the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, your power. Your power. He's talking about Israel. He's talking to Israel. It says, which have separated you from other people. Okay? He is separated from other people, man. Okay? You can't include the heathens within our blessing in the kingdom of heaven. That's the nation of Israel, man. It's kingdom Yahawashi, the kingdom of Israel. And the heathens have no part in it. The only part they have in it is being slaves, servants, and handmaids, man. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people, separate, all right, people unto the Lord, Yahawah, thy power. The Lord Yahawah thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So the Lord esteems his people, nation of Israel. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, and starting with you elect, he esteems us above. If you're above, that shows favoritism. That shows superiority. Above. Okay? All people that are upon the face of the earth. And that's what it is. The Lord ain't dealing with these damn heathens, man. He sees them as nothing. Okay? And we bring this point out time and time again. And yet you have Israelites try to bring equality for the heathens and salvation and bring them into your blessing that you're about to receive, man. Okay? That's why you niggas just gonna get destroyed, and you'll see the truth in the end, man. Or you niggas that know the truth and you pervert the gospel and you took the bag, you and the bag gonna be destroyed, man. This is Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 15. Behold, the nations, talk about the heathen nations, are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. It says, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. His point, verse 17. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing, and vanity. And how you know it's talking about the heathen nations? Because the Lord speaks about his people Israel. He called us a special people unto himself, a holy people, a special people unto himself. So that's how you know it's not talking about Israel, right? All right. But let's get this. Apple of my, is it mine or my? Let's see. Let's just put Apple, right? Zechariah 2:8. It says, for thus saith the Lord, Yahawah of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. And this is heathen nations that spoiled, plundered, all right, took Israel for a prey, okay, took our heritage, stripped us from our heritage, and took everything from us, man. Starting with Esau, Edom. Okay? It says, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. Okay? NLT. After a period of glory, the Lord Yahawashi of heaven's armies sent me against the nations who plundered you. For he said, anyone who harms you harms the most precious possession. You see that? You see how the Lord views Israel? Starting with his elect. Okay? And you heathens don't have no part. Ain't a Hamite gonna sneak in. Okay? Damn sure ain't no Edomites, no Ishmaelites gonna sneak in into the salvation and the blessing, the kingdom that's only for Israel. Okay? Let me get that Amos 9 and straight to the point. Verse 12. Verse 11. The restoration of Israel. Because right now, we're the downtrodden state. Alright? The falling away taking place. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. The man of sin is being revealed. Alright? 2 and 8. The wicked is being revealed. And the Lord's consumed with the spirit of his mouth, the prophets. And is about to destroy with the brightness of his coming when Yahawashi returns. It says, Amos 9 and 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle, the house, the Bayath of Dawadah, David, the beloved. It says, that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And that's the Lord bringing southern and northern kingdom, so-called Negro tribes, so-called Hispanics, Native, Latino tribes together via this truth. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. And what was going on during the days of old? Well, we had dominion and rulership, and King David beat down these heathens, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen. You can't get around that. Try to refute that. That they may possess. You possess, you have total control. Okay? It says that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord, Yahawashi, that doeth this. Why? Because these heathens are a possession. Okay? Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So an inheritance is something that's rightfully yours. And what part are you playing our inheritance? Well, you're going to serve us, man. You're going to serve the nation of Israel. You're going to serve Yahawashi. Okay? That's it. That's just the bottom line of it, man. All right? It was another precept. Oh, yeah. Let me get this precept. I'm going to close it out. Isaiah 45:17. But Israel, but who? What nation? But Israel. That don't say all nations, man. Okay? But Israel shall be saved in the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. Okay? And the saints of the Most High is going to take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Okay? Once Yahawashi delivers the elect, all right, the elect get those new bodies, and at a period of time come down off the chariot as New Jerusalem, those extraterrestrial bodies, spiritual power. Okay? Ain't gonna be no more Israel falling and going into captivity, going astray from our power, heathens being in rulership. No. You're gonna be in complete, total subjection, man. Okay? Because that's the purpose of the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, concerning his son, Yahawashi, and the rest of his sons. Okay? And their houses, man. Your sisters and the children. Daniel 7 and... Let me get straight to the point, man. Daniel 7... Let's see here. Behold. Yep. Daniel 7:13. The Son of Man presented. This is when Yahawashi returns. It says, I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, being the so-called UFOs. And you Israelites, us, we should know by now what the so-called UFOs are. Those are the chariots of Israel, chariots of salvation, pursuing to Habakkuk 3 and 8. All right, those are the angels of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. And know that Yahawashi himself is going to return under fathership. Every eye is going to see him, Revelation 1 and 7. So don't believe in no insectoids and normatic, whatever Esau calling them, the grays and the greens with the big old heads. No, those are brethren. That's the Lord that's about to return, man. All right, it says, and I saw in the night visions, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven and came to the Ancient of Days, which is the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, which means he exists. His son, Yahawashi, is the Son of Man, which means he is the deliverer. And one of the titles of the Heavenly Father is the Ancient of Days. He has no end, he has no beginning. No beginning, no end. He is. And they brought him near before him. It says, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom, that which shall not be destroyed. So that's the kingdom of heaven. All right, starting with Yahawashi, King David under him, the house of David, ruling in the planet Earth, man. Okay, because the elect gonna be joint heirs to Yahawashi and his kingdom that his father is gonna give him. All right. So Lord will is edifying through the spirit and the power of Yahawah. Probably could bring a plethora of more scriptures, but the Lord only dealing with Israel, man. All right, starting with his only begotten son, Yahawashi, and through Yahawashi, he's dealing with us. Lord will is edifying to the elect. We gotta say Shalawam to the hopeful elect.